Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to another podcast, and today it is episode 6. I'm going to be focusing on skilling today, and specifically mining and fishing, which were my first two 99s in RuneScape and old school RuneScape. So yes, 99 fishing, that was quite a long time ago. Going to be talking about my favourite parts of fishing in old RuneScape and sort of how I got 99, and then in terms of old school, we're talking about mining and my 99 grind, which kind of happened in 2014 to 2015. Which was kind of what kickstarted the channel, to be fair. I made loads of mining guides, and that was kind of what helped me grow a little bit. Obviously my growth stopped when I started making videos, but I had a few, I think, quite unique methods. I'll get to some of them a bit later in this podcast, but yeah, that's what this one's going to be about. So without further ado, we'll get straight into fishing. For some reason I took a liking to fishing in RuneScape, especially in about 2008, I think. And I used to really like it. I just found it so relaxing. Like, obviously it's very AFK, and you don't have to click that much. And yeah, it sort of started when I went past the fishing guild and I saw the master fisher out there. I couldn't actually enter the guild, but I saw it and I had a dream that I wanted the cape he had and wanted to access all of that stuff. Wanted to go in the fishing guild. I think I remember watching one of Silent Core's old videos. It was a money making guide, and I remember all the fishing guild, and I was just like, I really want to go in there. I want to be doing all that stuff, and so then I pretty much went and do it and dreamed about fishing at a higher level, and then things like hand fishing sharks, hand fishing swordfish. I got the swordfish gloves, I remember, from Fist of Guthix, the mini game, and loved it. And yeah, what other memories from RuneScape 2? Rocktail fishing, that's a strong one. I did actually make a guide on it on this channel quite a while back. I was using like rubbish hypercam back then, but yeah, rocktails were quite, I think 90 fishing they required, and they were pretty good money. Quite AFK too, but also slightly dangerous, the area you're in. I'll have a few things on the screen to kind of explain that. To 99 I did mostly barbarian fishing, I think, with the odd AFK sessions on sharks, lobsters and rocktails when I felt like it. And yeah, the fish flingers minigame. This was something that I really enjoyed, and I wish it could actually come to old school. I think surely they could bring in some sort of version of it. Obviously not make it too overpowered, but it was quite a cool idea, like what you had to do. You had to have a specific bait, specific rod every time. And like, yeah, I didn't find it sort of too overpowered either. So you never know, maybe that could come to old school at some point in the future, but I guess it's not too often. I got 99, I think, in 2010. So obviously that was only a year or so before the game completely went downhill and I stopped playing, but I still achieved what was one of my childhood dreams, getting a 99 in RuneScape, and it was fishing that I did that in. So yeah, good memories of fishing. Haven't really done much of it in old school, obviously, apart from getting basic requirements, but if I'm going to get another 99, then yeah, maybe it'll be fishing, especially if I feel like AFKing for 200 hours. Moving on to mining in old school then, 99 mining, I got it 2015. Originally the plan was just to get 85 mine rune ore and make most of my money to kickstart my account, but I found rune ore really slow at 85. I actually did it at 82 and used the dragon pickaxe boost to get some money, but yeah, it was so slow. And to be fair, at 99 it's still really slow too. And at that point in old school, 99 mining was still seen as a bit of an achievement, to be honest. Like, I went for it, and I think at one point I was in like the top 250 on the high schools. Obviously that's not the same now, and that was, I think, before the days of like 3-tick mining. Yes, I'll give my opinion on 3-tick mining. It's not really something I've ever tried to do, not something I think I plan to do. Just a bit too intense for me, and tick manipulation I don't really agree with either, but obviously it is a part of the game. I did a mix of motherlode mine, iron ore and granite and sandstone to 99. It was long, but it did allow me to produce a lot of content on the channel, and especially mining guides. I've produced a ton over the year, some of them more original than others, and some pretty good too. The first few weren't great, but my mining guides on rune ore, my 1 to 99 mining guide, my coal and gold ore mining guides were both pretty good, and obviously they're a little bit outdated now, but looking back, they were probably one of the better videos on these on this channel. Also some progress videos. Did something called the 99 mining challenge, which I don't really understand why. But I completed it, I guess, anyway. And I remember getting my cape in the first sort of 2 weeks, because like, an untrimmed mining cape is something that's quite rare, because I mean, who goes for just 99 mining, apart from me obviously. I remember I got a lot of comments from other people like saying, you know, awesome cape, like untrimmed mining cape. I can't believe you did that. Got a few people accused me of botting, obviously, but you're going to get that when you get 99 in a skill like mining. Since that 99, I've liked a lot of the updates that they've given to the skill, so they've made it in a way a bit easier and more profitable. So you've got things like the Mining Guild, Amethyst Mining, Zalcano, the skilling boss, and then some mining areas in Zaya too. But I do agree with most of the stuff that's happened to it. And I guess it is still quite an achievement, to be fair. There's no real shortcut with, I think, 99 mining. I don't know what the exact XP rates are at the moment for like 3-tick mining. They're probably like 100 plus K per hour at the high levels. But sort of, it used to be for me, I think I'd max on about 70-75k doing it the normal way, which again was long, but it was fine, to be honest. And Motherlode Mine was like very profitable and like very AFK for what it is. So yeah, Motherlode Mine, very, very good update. Back in, that was one of the earlier ones, I think 2014 that came in. Really, yeah, really good idea. For the latter part of this podcast, I'm just going to talk about other skills I've enjoyed in RuneScape and ones that I've wanted to get 99 in. So, fire making and cooking, they're probably the two easiest 99s in the game at the moment. And they were probably the next two on my list in RuneScape 2. I remember bonfires back in RuneScape 2 and RuneScape 3. Extremely overpowered, although to be fair, we've got Wintertoe in old school, which is quite similar, and Wintertoe is something that I think wasn't really a great update, to be honest. I think it's made fire making very profitable and also equally as fast as before, essentially just making it easier and giving people a chance to make money. But it was a skilling boss, it was a different piece of content, so I kind of understand it from that point of view, but I think it's a little bit overpowered. Cooking hasn't really changed, it's that simple, to be honest. You just withdraw a full inventory and cook it and repeat into 99, and you can get it pretty quickly too, and you can make profit with sharks, which is ideal, to be honest. So cooking, probably the easiest 99 in the game. I'm aiming to get it in old school in a couple of weeks. I'm just doing sharks at the Myths Guild at the moment, which is you bank in a chest and the range is literally right next to the bank. You don't actually have to move a single square, so that's ideal, and that'll be my next 99, I think, which I can celebrate soon. I mean, in terms of other skills, I still hate things like runecrafting, construction, agility, and thieving. I never really got into some of the skills in old RuneScape, like summoning or dungeoneering. In truth, I never really gave them much of a chance or tried them, but I sort of didn't really agree with some of the things behind them. And yeah, I mean, like runecrafting, construction, and agility, they're just skills that I just will not do unless I absolutely have to. Although construction's quite fast, but it's just very click intensive and it's extremely expensive too. So I'm doing a little grind at the moment on Kick It Off, getting 83 for the boost for the ornate rejuvenation pool, which definitely will be worth it, but the grind hasn't been fun so far. Agility, I guess, can be alright. Like, I got 76 agility on the account recently just by watching like a series on Netflix and doing Sears Village with the Kandran Hard Diary gun, so it wasn't actually slow. I guess it's the concept of it, and especially at the lower levels, agility can be really tedious. Although, I guess when you get to the higher levels, past 90, I don't really understand how people are able to literally do it for as long as that. But yeah, it's what you've got to do to max, I guess. And runecrafting is just runecrafting. That's what my Tears of Guthix goes on each week. All this being said, skilling is pretty much one of my favourite parts of RuneScape anyway, despite all the grinds that have to happen. I suck at PVM, that's kind of my problem that I'm trying to improve at the moment. I am practicing different bosses and trying to learn them. You'll see that in the next few progress videos, but skilling I can find kind of quite rewarding. Like some of the grinds you do feel really good once you've done so, especially with things like agility, like you do feel good once you've hit that milestone. And then I guess there's just the relaxing part of it too, like the AFK skills. You've got fishing, cooking, fletching, or where you don't have to sort of interact too much, you can kind of do other things and still make progress on the game at the same time. I'm happy I got 99 money. I don't ever see that as a waste of time, and I made a decent amount of money doing it too, so it was a good decision to do that. 99 fishing was pretty fun as well on RuneScape 3. I always remember the game for that. I think seeing that master fisher outside the fishing guild, wanting to go in that guild, getting told by him when I tried to enter that I couldn't, and getting that grind up, eventually doing things like rocktail fishing and getting 99, and that was my first ever 99 in the game. And I've got no more skilling 99s, but I've got max hit points, attack, strength and defense. I'm almost at 99 ranged, so I think I'll probably knock those out and then get 99 cooking, and then take the account from there pretty much. I don't think I'll ever max, to be honest. I won't play the game that much. It's not just that I couldn't see myself putting in the hours to get something like 99 agility when there's pretty much no benefit of agility past like level 85 or 90 in terms of unlocking the other shortcuts. So yeah, I just couldn't see myself putting in that time, in other words. that is going to be it for this podcast. I enjoyed this one today. I'm talking about skilling in old school RuneScape and also my stuff in RuneScape 2 and 3. So yes, went over getting 99 fishing, getting 99 mining, and then talked about some other skills that I enjoy, like fire making, cooking, and like how easy they are to get 99 in, and then also the future. What I'm going to do on the account in terms of skilling farming. I didn't actually mention that. My farming's going up a lot at the moment. I probably could be 99 farming now if I'd have done it consistently for a while, but I haven't, so I've got that grind all to do now. But anyway, thank you very much for listening or watching, guys. Hope you're doing really well wherever you are. Next video will be out on Wednesday. That'll be a progress video, and yes, I will catch you in that one, or I'll catch you in next week's podcast.